Yeah,
Hola, welcome, welcome, welcome. Is
welcome.
this is this the real you? I think so. I just responded to your comment. I know it's a lot of fake pages of me, but yes, I just responded to your comment. This is the real me.
Yes, they be out here trying to get
You look
well.
amazing. Thank you.
Yes, y'all.
Y'all, so we are about to start our podcast. If you've never joined us for one of our podcasts, it is also being streamed on YouTube as the Brooklyn Boss Talk by the Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn. Please go subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll be able to see the last 6 episodes. Today is episode 7. Um, Last week we talked about the algorithm and how to crack the algorithm, and this week we're going to be talking about branding.
Yes.
So you guys make sure y'all go subscribe. Now, I'm also going to tell you guys, if y'all see that I'm looking straight ahead, it's because I'm looking at the podcast camera, okay? If you want to also see myself and Coach Danny as we present this podcast episode to you guys, go to YouTube because we're streaming now on YouTube. You're gonna hear her talking in the background. So just so somebody's not like, who you talking to?
Yes.
Which I've gotten before, just go watch us on, you can watch it actually on Twitch, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook as well.
Yes.
Yeah, we're streaming on Facebook,
Spotify.
YouTube, Riverside, and Twitch.
Yes. Yes. We are welcome you guys to episode 7.
Yes, the seventh freaking episode, y'all.
And freaking episode.
Episode 7.
Crazy,
This is amazing.
crazy, amazing, amazing, amazing. But welcome
All
in,
right,
y'all.
so yeah, throughout I am going to be responding to y'all questions or anything y'all have to say. So feel free to engage. If you love what you're hearing or you're learning throughout the podcast, please tap the screen, show some love, share it. If you feel like this is information someone else can learn, this is a free podcast where we're teaching you guys literally about digital marketing. So let's get with it, okay?
Yeah.
So basically, you guys, we're literally going to be talking about building a brand and your brand voice, how to build a brand that stands apart from a crowded market. So, like, basically, to be able to have your brand stand out and identified by other, or basically your target audience per se. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Welcome in, you guys.
Yes. So basically, you guys, building a brand is very important when it comes to digital marketing or any kind of business online or any kind of business in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be online. Any kind of business in general, building a brand is literally crucial to any business, right? Because your brand is how your customers identify you. Like, think about all of the major brands that you guys know and love. You know what I'm saying? Like, even some of the basic ones like Popeyes, McDonald's, Nike, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, East Saint Laurent, like all of these brands, like you guys identify these brands. These brands have strong identities. You know what I'm saying? Like their logos, their colors, their brand voice. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think of Louis Vuitton, what do you think? You think luxury. When you
Right.
think of McDonald's, you think good French fries, fast food, the golden arches. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you think of Nike, you think about Jordans or good sneakers and things like that. Like these brands have um basically strong identity. You know what I mean? And so having a strong identity is literally crucial to any and every brand. It doesn't matter if you're doing digital marketing, it doesn't matter if you are literally just having like a brand in person, like a brick and mortar, or if you have a restaurant even. It's like, think about it, like for instance, like Golden Crust. If you I'm from New York, and Golden Crust is a big Caribbean brand, you know what I'm saying? But then we seen them come into Georgia when I moved to Georgia, and we was all hyped. We was like, Golden Crust, what? They have a strong brand identity, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it might not be strong in every state, but for the most part, people who know. So, like for me, I live in Charlotte now, but I'm from New York and I've lived in other places. If a Golden Crust pop up here, I'm gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're known for their food, their good Caribbean food and things like that. So, The point of the matter is, you guys, you have to have a strong brand identity.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right.
Hi, Melanie.
Hey y'all.
How you guys doing?
What's up,
All right,
everybody?
so like I said last week, we talked about cracking the algorithm. So, this podcast is all about digital marketing. We are the digital marketing queens of Brooklyn. We have perfected, mastered this digital marketing thing, right? And so last week we talked about cracking the algorithm because it's very important to understand that the algorithm is not against you for real. Like when you are marketing online and you're not getting views, you have to think about, what is it that I'm doing wrong?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is my content not being seen? Why is my stuff not getting across to my target audience, right? And so that's what we talked about last week. Make sure y'all go check out this last week's episode. But this week we're going to get more into brand identity. So, Danny, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear strong brand identity?
I want to go with the energy of the brand. I want to go with the voice, like the emotional connection that a brand is going to have with their community. Like you are able to walk into a room and people know who you are immediately. So it's not just about the brand, and I mean it's not just about like the logo and the colors. It's about everything together. It's about your statement. It's about you being consistent with that energy and pulling that connection from your community. I feel like having a strong brand identity is like being the authority in that niche and showing up every single time, no matter what. So I feel like all of those things make a really, really, really strong brand identity, and just making sure that you follow the framework to get that together is going to have that brand identity very strong. So I hope that helps someone with understanding what forms a strong
Yes.
brand identity.
What's your YouTube name? So if you're looking for the podcast YouTube, it's basically look for Brooklyn Boss Talk. We're on there as Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn, but if you type in Brooklyn Boss Talk, it should pop up.
Yes. So, I have a question for you. If you could describe your brand in 3 words, what would it be?
If we're talking about the Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn brand, I would say empowering, because at the end of the day, we uplift, educate entrepreneurs, especially minority women. We help to build influence, impact, and income through
Yes.
digital marketing. I would also say authentic, because we keep it real all the time. Like, yeah, come on, look at the name, Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? We are who we are, and we express that in everything that we do, sharing raw experiences, wins, lessons, losses, anything that we go through. You guys know my story, you guys know Danny's story, and we got others through their entrepreneurial journeys as well.
Yeah.
Another one I would say is strategic, because every topic, every tip, every insight that we share with you guys are backed by proven strategies that we have mastered, but that have also been designed to help entrepreneurs achieve their tangible results. Now, in regards to Digital Traffic Titans, which is our online school brand, hi. Hi. Um, in regards to traffic titans in our online school brand, I would say result driven, because at the end of the day, with digital traffic titans, we literally focus on actionable strategies that will build you results, that will get you results, generate leads, generate sales without you having to spend billions of dollars on ads.
Right.
It's also innovative because we try to stay ahead of the trends and consistently evolve. Like we're literally trying to beat ourselves out sometimes. Like even when we're doing videos, we're thinking about how can we do it better the next time? How can we keep it fresh? How can we keep them strategies, top tier?
Yeah.
And the main thing that I want to say above all is impactful, because at the end of the day, our goal is to create lasting transformations, not only for you guys, but for us, and helping business owners to scale and sustain their businesses throughout.
Definitely. I agree. I definitely feel like the way you put those words into play when it comes down to our brands are top tier. And I just want to add on, like she said, authenticity. Because if it's one thing we're going to do is be ourselves and not try to be no one else, because we are the digital marketing queens of Brooklyn and we are going to be who we are. So definitely
Every time.
every time, you know?
Yeah.
But yes, 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 yes. Hey Hey, you guys. How's everybody?
Thank you, Mecca.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Somebody said
you.
real recognize real, and it does. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
every brand needs a compelling story, you guys. Like when it comes to your brand and your brand identity, every brand has to have a story behind it. Like if you think about it, like even for me, with all of my brands consistently throughout, whether it be Bella Rose, whether it be digital marketing Queens of Brooklyn, digital success coach, digital traffic titans, like it all boils down still to one thing, and that's the individual, which is myself and Danny. And we show our story, like who we are, like why am I in the position that I am in now? You know what I'm saying? What happened to me? What led me here? You get
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like I have a story. And every brand should have a story. Like I've seen plenty of brands out there that are so successful. There's the young girl who has the I think she had like a ice cream truck or something like that. She's very young. She had like an ice cream truck. It was so popular. And probably still is. I just can't, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember the name right now, but it was the whole story behind why she started it. It came from something where she wanted to basically like scale from like a lemonade stand type vibe to something that was more bigger and powerful. But she was a young black girl, you know what I mean? Like, and
Right.
then thank you. There's a lot of people, like I said, who just have a powerful story behind their particular brands.
Hmm.
Um, and it's just amazing, like to think about it. Like when you think about these brands, you don't really just follow brands simply because like it's the cool thing to do. A lot of the times it's because of the person behind the brand. You know what I'm saying? Getting to know that person. Like it's so crazy. Like even with Rihanna and Fenty, and I know I talk about Rihanna a lot, but I think that she has a powerful brand. Even though some people try to discredit her, like, oh, she sold 50%. I don't care. That has nothing to do with it.
Right.
The point I'm trying to make is she literally stands within her brand. Like the other day I saw a video of her and she's doing a Valentine's Day thing. So in the video, she's literally she has a Valentine's Day cake and she's like decorating it. She's like, is anybody gonna eat this? The point of the matter is she was showing her personality as she was doing this, preparing for her Valentine's Day lunch. She even dropped the damn cake, you know what I mean? And she was like, oh, you know what I mean? But it was just watching a video, it was building a connection and watching her be quirky and watching her be funny and things like that. But either way you put it, one of the main things is like when you are building a brand, whether it be on or offline, you want to make sure that you're telling your story, that you're being transparent, that your audience knows who you are so that they can love you and your brand for who you are and what it stands for. For instance, my daughter's clothing line. My daughter is her clothing line is August Dynasty. A lot of you guys know, and some of you guys may not know, but my daughter is adopted. I adopted my best friend's children, the last one being her brand new daughter, baby, fresh out the womb, right? And I started a clothing line for my daughter, and it's supposed to be mommy and me clothing line, matching family outfits. Is not is mommy, daddy, and me. It's not just for moms and daughters. It's for moms, daughters, fathers, sons, and it's matching outfits for the family. But the whole story behind it is that my daughter lost her biological mother. There's a lot of children out there losing their biological mother. Just last year, 2024, one of my friends passed away and left behind her 1-year old son. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the whole story behind that brand is togetherness as a family. Just when you see families walking around outside in the street and they got on matching outfits, you automatically think togetherness, like, oh, they look so cute. Look at the family, they strong, they must be very close. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like the whole thought process behind my daughter's brand, August Dynasty. Make sure y'all go support August Dynasty. Yes, we're online.
Yeah.
But also, we decided to, not only because of our story, to also donate to children in foster care as well, from the proceeds or the earnings of the brand as well, because of our brand story. I didn't just say, let's just create a clothing line for August. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yes, I want to create a clothing line for my daughter, but this is the story behind the clothing line. We want it to not only show togetherness and families and how you can rebuild families, but show that the loss of family can bring a connection with the rebuild of a new one.
Definitely. I do want to piggyback off of what you said because a lot of people don't realize that your story can really make you who you are. A lot of people like try to suppress that story, and they're not vulnerable to show their community or their followers who they are because they're scared of judgment, when in all reality you have individuals that need that story. You have individuals that like identify and they need to hear, what you went through and why you created this business from what you went through, like how being a rough in the road became like a diamond. So understanding all of those things and how your story forms you, this is why it becomes us, because we went through certain things in order to be a better version. So definitely don't be afraid to use that story and put it into your brand because it is very impactful and it's very important for us to know
Hmm.
who you are, right?
Yeah,
So
that is so true.
yeah.
Yep, that is so true because your brand at the end of the day, um, your personal story is really what's going to shape your brand. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? It's like when you come out with something, there always is that why. Like when you start doing something, is like is the why. If somebody asks you literally like, oh well, why'd you start your business? Are you gonna be the first thing coming out of your mouth is gonna be to make money? You know what I'm saying? Like if they ask me, why did you start Bella Rose Hair Care? Look at my hair. You know what I mean? It's because I love my hair. I love my natural hair. I love healthy hair. Like this is my hair that came out of my mama. You know what I mean? Like I love natural healthy hair. I don't have a perm. I don't have chemicals or anything like that. I started Bella Rose because I love and always have loved hair since a little girl, playing with doll babies. My sister was my doll baby for a long time. I used to do her hair all the time. She'll tell you in a heartbeat that I used to experiment on her, even when I started learning how to do weaves and wigs and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I love hair. Like, so me, when I decided to start a business online, I chose hair because that is something that I'm passionate about. Healthy, manageable hair. You know what I mean? So your personal journey is always going to shape your brand. So you got to think about that. What is the why behind your brand? Because it never should be just simply because you're going to make money. Because obviously I'm going to make money from my products, but that's
Right.
not why I'm doing it. Does that
Right.
make sense to you guys?
Yes. I definitely feel like with that being said, with my brand, Let Time Heal, it really comes from, turning your trauma into commas and like not allowing your circumstances to define like your reason in life. And I feel like a lot of people, like I said previously, they are not able to find that bridge, like that vulnerability that instead of hiding behind your story, use your story to be the reason why you change your life, right? That makes sense, right?
Mm.
Like instead of, suppressing, which is something that we always do, like you actually take your story and you turn it into a brand that's going to build, not only, bring you dollars and followers, but be impactful in changing other individuals' lives. So don't be afraid
Mm-hmm.
to communicate with them. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
culture.
when you're starting a brand, at the end of the day, like always think about like your brand's person. You look darling today. Thank you, Shannon. Always think about your brand personality. Like, what is your brand personality? Like, is it serious? Is it fun? Is it professional? Is it bold? Like, is there those bold statements? You know what I mean? Like, you really want to define your brand, but you also want your brand to represent who you are. I was just telling my sister earlier, like, I seen a girl on Instagram, specifically Instagram, because I noticed that Instagram has a lot of people on there who have strong brand identities. But this young lady, like, you could tell her brand identity, it was so strong because she had like fancy textography, which is like your font. Her text on every single video was pink. You know what I mean? Like like anytime I'm scrolling Instagram and I see a video from her, I already know it's her because her brand identity is strong. The
Right.
texts are going to be the same every time. The color are going to be the same every time. Her vibe is going to be the same every time. It's not just the text and the colors, it's the vibe overall as well. It gives that Barbie, that princess, that, you know what I'm saying, type vibe, her brand itself. So when you're thinking about defining your brand's personality, always think about, like I said, is it going to be fun? Is it going to be serious, professional, bold? Like, what is going to be the basis behind your brand? You
Right.
look beautiful. Love your makeup. Thank you.
Isn't she? Yes, my sister is gorgeous. Okay, talk about it. Yeah.
Really.
Um, and like you said, like and like being consistent in your messaging, it definitely builds trust. Like let's just go back to the lady that you're speaking on. When you say like, being consistent with your brand identity. You have a font, you come on, you use the same font for every single video across all platforms. They know your colors. So when they see these videos and they see this content, they're like, oh, I know who that is immediately because you're so strong with your brand identity. It's like taking complete control and being the authority in that. So it helps, y'all. And hope y'all taking these gems. Yes.
Mhm.
I love y'all. Hi,
Yes.
everybody.
It definitely does. So, Danny, what do you think? Like, what is one brand story that you came across that really stuck with you?
Oh, that's a really good one. I wanna shout out Miss Ronnie Brown. Her story really resonates with me a lot because one, she created a business, a brand called Holistic, which is a natural vegan product for individuals who care about self care and they care about the products that they use. But she also created a business for women, speaking life into them. So the reason why her story resonates with me so much is one, she's an African American woman, right? African American woman. Not only that, but her resilience and determination is the reason why she became who she is. She was a teenage mother, she was a janitor, and she faced numerous struggles, but none of these struggles stopped her from being who she is today. Now she's an entrepreneur, that's a millionaire. She's a branding expert, and she is the CEO of Girl CEO and Holistic. And I feel like as an African American woman in this world, like we're always told what we can't do and very rarely told what we can do. So when you take accountability for what you can do and you use your story to mold your business and your brand, it hit different because the story behind your brand is now going to enforce all of these women that feel like they are not enough and that they are teenage moms or they are janitors. You could get up and you could go get that business done too. You could change your life with that same exact story because I've been there. So it really, really, really resonated with me because it's just like being an African American woman in this, this industry, we're already like, they're already looking at us like, So to be so authentic and to be so strong and to have non-negotiables and not really care about what other people got to say because those no's are just those no's, but that yes is coming as long as you stay consistent and it hit different. So shout outs to Miss Ronnie Brown with that
Hmm.
being said.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, she has a great story too, as well.
Yes.
Your hair is pretty today. Thank you.
Hey
Did
y'all.
you come back from a wedding? No. No, I just wanted to change it up. I always wear it straight all the time or like wash and go curly. And I was like, you know what? Let me put some big curls in here today.
Yes.
Um, let's talk about the psychology though behind like colors and how they influence the perception of your brand.
Mhm.
So let's think red, for instance. Like red comes off as like passionate or energy or urgency, really. It evokes excitement, urgency, and that power, like I said. So it's used commonly though in brands. So if when you think about certain brands that use it to create that strong emotion or that driven action, Coca-Cola comes right into play, right?
Mhm.
Think about it, Target, who is now a Target, but yeah.
Undercover.
But yeah, no, Coca-Cola more for like the energy and excitement. Target is more like bold and strong, but then you also have YouTube with that bold red, right? For engagement and entertainment.
Ooh,
It's best really for brands with like food or entertainment or sales promotion or even in the
right.
fitness industry. But when you think like blue, right? Blue is a trusted color. It's stability, professionalism. It represents calmness, security, relatability, reliability as well. Thank you.
Yes.
Will this live be recorded? Yes, it is on our podcast channel on YouTube, the Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn, or you can search Brooklyn Boss Talk.
Yes.
But yeah, so blue is pretty much often used by corporate brands like banks, tech companies to establish that trust. It's
Mm,
also used by Facebook,
yeah.
which is, Facebook is all about community and trust. It's also used by PayPal. right? A lot of us use PayPal. PayPal is about security and reliability. It's also used by IBM, which is corporate and stability. So blue really is best for like finance, tech, healthcare, corporate businesses. Yellow. So when you think about yellow, yellow is more like optimistic, cheerful, attention grabbing, stimulates like positivity, creativity, happiness, right? It can also signal like it can also signal caution if it's overused. I knew y'all was from here. Okay, thank you so much. You're welcome, Shatima. But when you think about examples, there's McDonald's, right? McDonald's is fun and happiness, and McDonald's is always fun because I know why you think all of the kids love to go to McDonald's. I swear to God, even when I pick my daughter up from school, she be like, "Mommy, I want chicken nugget, French fry, and chocolate milk." No, I don't know why. Like all kids seemingly get addicted to McDonald's, but that's because of the big bold colors, right?
Right.
But
Yep.
then Snapchat, youthful, energetic, right? IKEA, you know what I mean? Friendly, affordable. So it's that's another one good for like creative industries, also food brands and youth focused businesses and things like that. There's also the color green. So green is more for like growth, health, wealth, even, you know what I'm saying, associated with nature, balance, sustainability. It's also linked to what? Coin, money, wealth, you know what I'm saying? That finance and investment industry. But when you think about it, you think about like Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Whole Foods is organic and natural. Like when you think about that store, like I think when I think about Whole Foods, I think like that's a expensive because remember we said wealth. I think it's an expensive but organic supermarket. You know what
Friendly.
I'm saying? Like right.
Mhm.
It gives off that organic. But think about it again, like
Money
Starbucks.
too.
When I hear Starbucks, Starbucks is what?
It's
Expensive coffee. You know what I mean? It's expensive, right? But Starbucks is more it's like growth and harmony. But then there's Shopify.
Mhm.
Shopify is also green as well. And Shopify is like wealth creation, right? Because what is Shopify? It's an e-commerce platform that allows you to create a business. And with the business can come what? Wealth, right? So the green is more for like best for health, wellness, finance, eco-friendly brands. But
Yeah.
then there's black.
Mm.
What do y'all think about black, right? These are all of the psychology of the colors when you're choosing colors for your brand. And so black is more like luxury, elegance, sophistication type vibes, right?
Brilliant.
It represents exclusivity, power, high end appeal. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you add a little bit of gold in there. But it's also is used a lot of the times by luxury brands. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm.
It's used a lot by luxury brands. Minimalists for their aesthetic, Chanel, Nike, who else? Tesla, even.
Mhm. Man.
Hi, thank you. um, but then let's see. So we also have white, right? So when it comes black and rich and burgundy, black and rich and burgundy, right? We also have white. So white is more simplicity, like purity, like cleanness, like when you want like a sleek
Yeah.
clean sleep slate, you know what I'm saying? But it communicates that minimal but also sophistication is used to convey like openness, transparency, fresh start. So when you think about it, you think about Apple, that clean, innovative, or even Airbnb, which is like simplicity and welcoming. The North Face, and if you from Brooklyn,
Yes. Talk
you
about
done
it.
had a couple North Faces in your life. Probably here in Charlotte, y'all don't rock that too much because we already back to the hot weather in Charlotte. I ain't even gonna tell you no lie. When I took my daughter to school this morning, I ain't even have no jacket on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so some of y'all don't really know, but if you know, the North Face is definitely one of them brands, but it's best for like wellness, tech, healthcare, or modern brands. But then you also have Purple, which is kind of like royalty, creativity, wisdom. It symbolizes wealth, imagination, premium quality. Is often used really by beauty and spiritual brandings. So you got like Cadbury luxury chocolate experience. You got Hallmark, you know what I'm saying? Yahoo, you know what I mean? They use they purple. Um, but it's really best for like beauty, luxury. You
Mm-hmm.
can even do it like if you're doing coaching or creative brands. Um, there is also orange, which is like enthusiasm, friendliness. It's kind of fun. It represents like energy, confidence, excitement. Used by brands, I would say like Fanta, the soda, which is playful and energetic. And I ain't gonna tell you no lie, I love me a good orange soda, man. I love me a good orange soda, but it's also used by like Harley Davidson, which is bold and adventurous. HubSpot. So really, orange I would say is good for like entertainment, sports, marketing, even or lifestyle brands. And last I would say is pink. Like the young lady we talked about earlier, and pink kind of symbolizes like femininity and compassion. It's very playful. It's often associated with beauty, care, softness, right? But it can also signify like boldness when it's used in bright tones and things like that. So when you think about it, you think like Victoria's Secret, which is always going to be a fan fave for me. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I love me a good Fenty, but Victoria's Secret is kind of like nostalgic for me, so to
Right.
speak. Like I remember growing up and getting like the Victoria's Secret we would go there to get all of the smell good
Oh,
lotions. The Victoria's Secret gave me my first I don't even think they were called body butters. Was
it,
they like they was called something else? Yeah, what were they called? Like it was a body cream, but I don't think it was called body butter.
it wasn't. It was like a bomb.
It was something else. I can't remember what they called it though, but it was like this body cream that you put on you and it smells so good. Please, like loved it. It's so nostalgic for me. But yeah, so pink is really for that. But pretty much how to use your colors for branding, you got to choose a primary color. So like have like a main color that reflects your brand personality. You know what I'm saying? Like McDonald's do. McDonald's have red, yellow for that energy and that hunger. But use a secondary color to complement the first color, so it's supporting the color and balancing it for your brand identity. So like Starbucks has green with kind of like natural brown tones, but also consider your audience. So think about like cultural or psychological influences. So some colors have different meanings, and some colors have different meanings in different cultures as well. But just either way you put it, you always want to be consistent with your color scheme, the uniforms, the logos, the website, and the marketing materials to build your brand recognition throughout.
yes, yes, yes. I hope y'all taking these gems when picking them colors.
Yep.
Yes. Y'all
I
better
need to add color. I need to add a color to my purple.
and
Yeah, you should have a secondary color. You should have a secondary color. You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? Even if it's a similar color but like a lighter tone, you should definitely have a secondary color. So
Yes, yes. Hey everybody.
white or pink. Yeah, the white is very like I said, is neat, and it has
It's pure,
that
like purity.
subtle. Yeah, pink is kind of bold. So it really depends on like again, once you define your brand identity and you know where you want to go with it, like do you want it to be clean, calm, or do you want it to be bold and stand out? If that makes sense. Yes. All right. So what are some common mistakes that entrepreneurs make when designing their brand visuals, do you think? Like,
hmm. I want to say inconsistent with branding, right? So like we kind of touched on this, but like using different fonts and styles across platforms. Be consistent. Like don't go changing your logo all the time, thinking that you're doing something. You're basically showing them that you don't know what you want and that's not what you want to have, right?
mhm,
So, ignoring your target's preferences. So, for example, like we just explained to you guys with the colors, you want to understand the color coordination in order to align with your target audience. Because if you do not research the color psychology, then how would you know the trends that's relevant to their industry, right? Like you won't understand that. So, you want to make sure that you're up to date with that. Do your research to see like what aligns with your brand. Don't overcomplicate your logo. Don't, be too extra. Make it very simple and understanding. And to not really have, like, if you're going to create a logo, make sure it has a transparent background. I'm gonna just say that out there randomly, right? And yeah, it just always falls back to your color palette. So really pay attention to that color palette. Make sure that it's very purposeful and that it has meaning so that it aligns with your brand's identity. So I
Mm-hmm.
hope that helps you
Dropping
guys.
gems, ladies. Loving. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Y'all don't forget to go subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see episodes 1 through 6 of the Brooklyn Boss Talk. Today we're talking about branding, but we already talked about so many other topics from going viral to cracking the algorithm and so many things, you guys.
yes.
Yes. Thank
All right. So
you.
I have a question for you. So
Mm.
if you could rebrand a major company, which one would it be and why?
If I could rebrand a major company, it would definitely be Facebook, which is now Meta. Why is because Facebook started out as a social media platform for connections, but over the years, its reputation kind of like shifted towards privacy concerns and algorithm changes
Mhm.
and like an aging audience. So the Meta rebrand was meant to signify innovation and like the future of the metaverse. You know what I'm saying? Like it was meant to get into that futuristic type vibe, but it feels disconnected from its core base, like its core users, like the originators, like the OGs of Facebook, I would say to speak, like the people who keep it running, that keeps using it, you know. So it lacks a strong brand identity because they literally went from that community vibe to this metaverse
Right.
universe type vibe, you know. So how I would rebrand it is a strong brand story and positioning. So instead of just focusing on the metaverse, repositioning Facebook as like a trusted next generation social platform that integrates innovation but still maintaining that human connection.
Right.
um Hi.
How
Also, I think like addressing the privacy data concerns, the transparency to rebuild that trust as well. Visual identity, I think I would say like the current blue and white color scheme is outdated. I'm not even gonna tell you no lie. But if it was me, I would kind of introduce like a modern, sleek granite and kind of like dynamic design elements that represent like technology and connection in a fresh way. Like kind of like refresh it, make it like a futuristic type logo, especially since they going with the metaverse. Something that looks less corporate but more community driven, if that makes sense.
Yes.
um but also have that user experience and engagement. So focusing on like kind of like reviving the organic reach for creators and small businesses instead of making everything pay per play. Because with Facebook, paid ads, they done got into Instagram, paid ads. Everything is pay. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like gamify engagement like LinkedIn does to encourage more meaningful interaction rather than just passive scrolling. Because I know that's one of the main things. Even starting out with Facebook, after we left MySpace and came to Facebook, I was a big scroller. I didn't really get into my true engagement me
Mhm.
until I got on TikTok. That's
Yeah.
when I started hitting the like button and going into the comments and laughing, and you know what I'm saying? That's when I really got into engagement. But with Facebook, I think that that would help, that would benefit them a lot. So to make Facebook feel more exciting and relevant, especially for the younger audiences who kind of like flock to Instagram and TikTok. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I ran to Instagram and TikTok, and even with my kids, like everybody knows, like the first thing they say is like Facebook is for the older people. You know what I'm saying? And Facebook, they're trying to get out of that, but they're not doing it the right way. So right now, the Meta brand feels like it's literally chasing trends instead of setting themselves apart. You know, I'd rebrand it to feel more intentional, more futuristic and more like community first based, because they I feel like they kind of lost that.
Yeah. I definitely feel like with Facebook, it became like just like something to do. You got all the people that went to school with in the past years, and then it's just like you're there with them. So I would definitely go with your rebrand on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure the rest of us would too. Because yes, bring back some authenticity, bring back some
Mhm.
community. Everything is just so, oh, I gotta go over here, and people are, yeah. So I definitely agree with
Yeah,
that.
Facebook is like people were literally dreading having the possibility to. People dreaded so deeply having to go back to Facebook with the TikTok ban that they was going to an app that didn't even have English.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? The red door or the red whatever it was
Yes.
didn't it wasn't even in the sign up wasn't even in English. You don't even know if you put in your name or your toenail color.
No,
But
we're
they was dreading people was dreading so hard. They didn't want to go to back to Facebook so
at
bad
all. At
that they
all.
was willing to go to the next best TikTok thing, which was the Chinese app. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
We're
it's
like,
crazy. Like it's crazy. Like
that
Facebook,
says a
they
lot.
definitely need to
Like
step
that
it up.
literally says a lot.
Yeah, yeah, they too busy trying to compete when they should just focus on the community. They should focus on the rebrand, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. You're welcome. Hey, Brittany. All right. Let's talk a little bit about finding your unique selling proposition, right? So, when it comes down to finding a unique selling proposition, it's really, for me, it's about describing what your business offers, right? And like why your customer should choose you over the your competitor. So, what about you is better than your competitor? Like, why should I come with you? For example, like a lot of our students, they come and they say to us, like, we love it here because you guys show us step by step. Y'all walk us from the beginning to the end. And then a lot of other coaches, they tell you what to do, but they don't help you with what to do, right? So when it comes down to a lot of businesses and starting a business, understanding what you offer, understanding, your uniqueness. What about you are you bringing that nobody else has? Of course, number one, it's you. There is no other you. So you already have to align yourself with what makes you special. And that is your unique value proposition and what you're going to put into your business. Hey, y'all.
Mhm. Yeah. And I think also too, like when it comes to your brand and your business in general, being different is better than being better. Like instead of trying to be better than somebody else, try to be different because being different can ultimately have you be better in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like people will be attracted to your brand because it's different, because it's something that is innovative, it's something that they've never seen before. It's not following the same old trend. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's out of the box, it's stepping out of the comfort zone for people. Like people will be more attracted to that. It's like think about the typical, you know um tripods, right? As a content creator, we have the typical tripods, but somebody developed the face tracking tripod that moves left to right, left to right. That was innovative. That was different. And because it was innovative and different, it made it better. And that was also a unique selling proposition. It was a unique selling point because no other tripods was moving left to right. You know what I'm saying? They were all put your phone in, stand there, stay still. Now you got these tripods that follow you around. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Yeah.
being different will ultimately make you better. So don't focus really on trying to be better. Focus on trying to be different, trying to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, ladies, the best coaches.
Oh, we
We
love
love you too.
I agree with that. It's people always want to be in competition. Like, yeah, it's friendly competition, but focus on being innovative. That's the key word here, innovative. Because, like
Mhm.
Elias just said, that tracking tripod is the perfect example. Because how many tripods are there? Everybody's always going to buy a tripod. I need a tripod. I need a tripod. They have all these still ones, but when that tripod came out, now they're like, wait, I could walk into my kitchen and you gonna follow me? Oh, I could, do a arm lift and it's gonna go up with the arm. Like those things matter. So definitely, definitely, definitely make it your business to be innovative. Vasha, we are on YouTube. Check us out. It's called Brooklyn Boss Talk by the Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn. We are streaming over
Yes.
there right
I
now.
see Rising Aurora says that's where I'm at with my business with candles. And that's true too, because now that you mentioned that, like I seen like when we're talking about being different and standing outside of the box from everybody else, like there's a lot of candle companies out there. Like, but for instance, I seen this one young lady on TikTok and she has a candle business, but she was literally making candles that look like food. And when I tell you it looked like food, I mean it looked like a steak,
Mhm, pizza.
turkey, chicken, whatever. And then when you burn it, it smelled like Sunday dinner. That was innovative. That was different. That was a unique selling point. You know what I'm saying? Like super different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's me doing a candle business, I would think about something like that, right? I would think about like now she was doing food and she had like she was going viral, literally creating these candles that looked exactly like food, you know what I'm saying? But for me, like if I wanted to be different from her, even and I would think about candles, like when you think candles, you want that sweet smelling aroma in your house, but also you want to think about your favorite scents. One of my favorite scents is like laundry detergent, no lie, right? So like oh, you not I think nothing smells better than a fresh load of laundry. You know what I mean? Like, so me personally, if I was doing candles, I would do something like that. Like maybe do a candle that look like a little wash machine. Why? Because it's different. Or maybe do a candle that looks like a rose and you burn it, or like an actual rose, not just a little head of a rose, or maybe do a candle that looks like a Tide
That's a great idea.
bottle, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. But that is a unique selling proposition. Like somebody might be like, "Is that really a Tide?" No, it ain't. But when you burn it, it smell like Tide. It's actually a candle, and your whole house will be smelling like some bomb laundry. And I've never seen nobody do that. So if somebody do it, please know that Araya spoke it first. Because one thing about me, y'all know I come up with ideas off the top of the dome all the time, and it don't even be my industry. You know what I'm
Literally.
saying? 'Cause I don't make candles. That's not even my industry. But I one thing about me is I am a professional when it comes to unique selling proposition and marketing. And
Yeah.
so that is a marketing tactic. Like if I was in candles and I wanted to have a successful candle business, that would be my unique selling proposition. I would think about what smells people love, but
Mhm.
how I can make it different as well, instead of the basic candle that come in a thing with the little burn it up at the top. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you guys? Say yes in the comments if it does.
Yes. Well, what I will say is somebody, anybody, whoever, if you come up with that candle, the laundry candle business, and you got like the game scented, the man, I could see that. I could live like make sure y'all tag my sister too, so we know. But I really do think that somebody need to run with the idea, just so y'all know.
Yes, somebody. And when y'all do, just tag me, say, yes, Araya gave me that idea because I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Candles is not my thing. Like, it's not. And when I say not my thing, I mean like I'm not a candle maker, but I'm a candle burner.
Right.
I love me a good candle. I love me a good candle. I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
Yeah.
um, so where else were we? When it comes to your brand, I would say another very important thing, you guys, when it comes to your brand, is the importance of community building and brand positioning. So when you build a community around your brand, you also like you find people that love your brand, but you also have returning customers, right? Because say for instance, if you had like that candle business and it was just an amazing candle business with all of these great scents, but it was something that was a talk of the town. Because let's say for instance, if your cousins come over, if your nana come over and somebody come over and they see a candle that look like this and they like, oh, let me get some gum, and you like, girl, that's not gum, that's a candle.
Mm-hmm.
It's now a speak piece. Everybody's talking about it now. You know what I'm saying? But like when you build a community around that, you're gonna have repeat customers. They're gonna be coming back to you all the time because they're gonna consistently want to have those talking topics when people come over their house, that shocking thing. But also they are gonna feel appreciated by you as a brand, and it builds a community. You know what I'm saying? Like you have that loyal following. So it's very important to build that community of people who love you, because they are not only going to love and respect your brand, they're going to refer your brand, they're going to keep coming back. And, it's just an overall better way to go about business.
Yes. I definitely agree with that. Let's talk a little bit about how infusing your personal values help in your branding. Um, I want to say first things first, like self-reflection, right? Like you got to understand your principles so that you can guide your actions and your decisions. So just like utilizing that and prioritizing and align your brand mission and your vision with that self-reflection, because whatever it is about your mission statement that you want to communicate, you want to incorporate those personal values. You want to really articulate those to your community so that they understand. Like, for example, like my personal values are, I say what I mean and I mean what I say, right? So if I'm building a business and that's my core value or that's my mission, like to mean what I say and say what I mean, like I'm gonna put that into my business brand. I want that to be a part of it. So just like understand that you have to align your core values with your branding, and it definitely helps with building it for sure.
Hmm. That's so true. That is so true, to be honest with you, because like I feel like when it comes to me and on my brands, like my one of my main core values, if y'all know me and y'all been watching me a long time, then y'all already know my core value is to serve. Is to
Mhm.
serve my community. And when I say serve, I don't mean like I'm a server at the restaurant. I mean like helping people. You know what I'm saying? I'm serving you. I'm helping you in your situation to figure out, excuse me, to help figure out your business, to help figure out what it is that you want to do within your business and your brand. And I'm serving you by giving you the knowledge and the means to be able to do that. You know, it's all about trying to figure out how to help someone help themselves, and that is a big part of my brand, and my brand identity. You know what I'm saying? Like even with my hair care products, like my hair care products, I have a hair growth serum. How does it serve? It helps you to grow your hair, you know, with digital traffic titans. Why do we have digital traffic titans? It's literally in the name. It's to help you to get traffic to your business. You know what I'm saying? Digital success codes. It's literally in the name. It's to help you to become successful in your digital business. You get what I'm saying? So like even when you think about the digital marketing queens of Brooklyn, what is that? Like we're the digital marketing queens of Brooklyn, and we are serving you guys by giving you guys the marketing experience that we have. We're sharing that with you guys so you guys can experience the success that we have. So my personal values and my personal things also transpire in my brands as well, you know. So I definitely agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm a wedding Good evening. I am a wedding planner and a designer. That's what's up.
Yes.
Someone else said that's where I'm at, stuck with my telehealth business, thinking outside of the box on how to take it to the next step. I've never actually heard of an independent telehealth
Mhm.
business, so I would love to know what that you know what that's about. But you know, Danny, so like when starting out, how would you identify what makes your brand unique?
Um, Definitely clarify your unique value proposition for sure. Like what is it that you are bringing to this world? Like how are you innovating? What is something that is special about your business? That's going to force your consumer, your customer, whatever you want to call them, your followers, to then become buyers. And definitely understand your target audience, because if you do not understand your target audience, you are basically selling to everybody, which means you're selling to nobody. And we want to avoid that. You want to define your brand's personality. Who are you? What is it that you're bringing into this world? What are you offering us? How are you going to provide value for us? What is it about your business that's knowledgeable, right? So it could be a combination of your story, your skills, your style. It's just going to make your business as unique as you are. So I would definitely recommend that. And to definitely like highlight a product or service so that they know, right? They're getting to know you, but they also need to understand what it is that you are offering. So now I know your brand, I know what you're offering, I know your colors, I know your font. But if you don't have a service, then how can I help you, right? So definitely that. And to be consistent, that is going to be like my last thing, because I feel like a lot of people, they hear that and they're like, oh, I always hear that. No, it's true. You have to be consistent. If you are not willing to be consistent, why are you even willing to be in business?
Right, exactly.
So
I see Dominique says, "Do you see my comments?" This is the first comment of yours that I'm seeing, but I probably didn't see it because I'm not consistently looking at this screen, because this is the podcast screen on YouTube where we're live on YouTube. So no, I didn't see any of your other comments. I'm sorry. I'm
yes.
sorry. Yes.
Someone says the mission is to inspire believers to deepen their faith and live out their God-given purpose. Right. So you have your mission. Now you just gotta build your brand off of that. and be connecting emotionally, solve their pain points, and offer unique value. That part, exactly. Exactly.
Hi.
Yes. Connect with your people, you guys. Offer that unique value.
Mm-hmm.
Shan. Okay, so Coach Araya, what's one conventional way entrepreneurs can set themselves apart from everyone else in this market?
An unconventional way, I would say build a brand around your personality and not just the product. Most entrepreneurs focus on what they sell, but not the real key to standing out and building a brand. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to kind of like stand out, build like a magnetic personality brand. So like when you see like basically for me, my brand and most of my brands are all built around my personality, who I am. Again, think about it. The Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn is one of my brands, with myself and my sisters. We're from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Like that brand itself is, it talks about who we are. We're from Brooklyn, but we're also digital marketing queens, like meaning like we've mastered this thing. You know what I mean? Like, so you kind of want to build your brand
I love that.
around your personality and not just whatever it is that you're trying to sell to people.
Right.
Hi. Um, but like I said, the key to standing out is building a brand that's magnetic, to your personal brand, and it's gonna build trust in your hi. No, I didn't see it. It's gonna build trust. But also I feel like you want to infuse your unique voice and your story too. Like
Hmm.
you want to give kind of like that raw value. Like with me, a lot of you guys know my story. Y'all know about my family, y'all know about my children being adopted. Y'all know about, even to me finding out that my dad has cancer last year in 2024. Like you guys know a lot about me, and that also speaks to who I am. It speaks to my personality. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I feel like you should share raw behind the scenes of your journey, your struggles, but you know what I'm saying? Your wins also, your
Right.
lessons, the things that you've learned along the way. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done the same thing. I literally have shared my journey, my path, my struggles, my wins, even to, my past experience with my significant other that went downhill in my video series, you know what I'm saying? Where I talk about being a lady with 6 dogs and a baby. You know what I mean? Like you just want to be authentic and be raw. You want to kind of like, take a stand. Like you could even be polarizing, like talk about industry topics that really matter to your audience. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I don't believe in just paid ads for beginners. I feel like if you're a beginner, 9 times out of 10, you don't have the money for paid ads. And I feel like you can be as successful through organic marketing and don't always have to spend your coin on paid ads. You know what I'm saying? Also, show personality. You know what I mean? Like whether it's humor, boldness, or distinct style. Make sure people recognize you beyond just your business. Everything cannot be just business, 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 business. You know what I mean? Like also create a signature element that people are going to remember. You know what I mean? If you think about like there's some people like okay, for instance, Steve Jobs with that damn black turtleneck. You know what I mean? Or or Gary V. And if you know Gary V, he's an entrepreneur and he's a no BS entrepreneur. Like he's give it to you straight up raw. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he has like a lot of high energy rants and stuff like that. You want to develop kind of like a catchphrase or a signature look or unique content style that makes your brand recognizable. Think about it. Well, a lot of the you times when you guys see my videos, what do I say? I be like, let's get to the gold. You know what I mean? That's my little catchphrase. Or it's like comment gold in the comment section down below. But mostly it's like, all right, y'all, let's get to the gold. That's my little catchphrase. You know what I'm saying? Like people are going to remember me by that. So basically, if you're an entrepreneur in digital marketing, just create something fun. It can be even like a game show style Q&A format to teach your concepts instead of doing the traditional tutorials that everybody do. You get what I'm saying? You want to break the industry norms, kind of flip the script. You know what I mean? Like if your niche is full of like polished corporate style professionals, then be a rebel. You know what I'm saying? Be casual. Have that straight talk advice. Offer some unexpected value, like sending a surprise voice note um to your followers instead of just replying with a text. You get what I'm saying? Like you want to challenge the usual business model. So think about like subscription boxes instead of like the one-time sales, or free workshops with upsells instead of the traditional courses and things like that. You know what I mean? Like make your brand an experience. You know what I mean? Not just a business. That's like the major part. Remember, is how you make people feel. Like that's really what's gonna blow your brand out of the water, when you make people feel
Mhm.
like you care about them, when you make people feel like they're important to your brand. You know what I'm saying? Like not just what you sell. You know what I'm saying? For example, if your e-commerce brand, if you have an e-commerce brand, instead of just a basic thank you email, maybe send like a fun, engaging welcome video to your customers to make them feel like they're part of the community. So just imagine they get an email normally that says, "Thank you for your purchase." But just imagine, instead of getting an email that says, "Thank you for your purchase," they get a video like, "Hey, welcome to Bella Rose, where we sell organic hair care products and X, Y, and Z. And we love to have your business. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining the Bella Rose community." They're going to open that email and be like, "What the hey? Okay, like I'm feeling that." You know what I'm saying? Like that's something so different. So, really, at the end of the day, you guys, like the bottom line is people can copy your products, but they cannot copy your energy.
That
They
part.
cannot copy your personality and your unique way of doing things. So be memorable, be relatable, be bold. That is how you stand out in a crowded market.
Yes, give it to them. Yes, because do y'all understand that? Say yes in the comments. Be innovative, be unique, be bold.
Spirit
Make
fingers, not the spirit fingers.
your fingers.
I'm so done. Not the spirit fingers. Y'all are so silly.
We got the
Yes.
yeses coming in over here. Come on now. Understand. Be bold.
Awesome. Awesome.
Stand
Awesome.
up.
Awesome.
Yes, you guys.
All right, you guys. So what is some of you guys' brand names? Drop some of your brand names in the chat, or
Yeah,
some of your ideas.
yes. We got some brands over here. We got, let's see. I see one brand name. We got our No One But God. Who else we have over here with their brand names?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, you guys.
Thank you.
Yes, I got you, my love.
Yeah, if you already have a business, just drop your brand name in the chat. Like, what is your brand name? Rising Aurora. I love that name, by the way.
So,
Go Lily Gears. What do you sell, Lily? Know what matters. Okay.
mm, yes. I see Miss Tasha Sweets.
Are you all, I know I need to have my glasses on, please.
Not too
Leave me
much.
alone. Are you all live on YouTube now? Yes, we are live. We are live on YouTube as well. Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn, or you can just type in Brooklyn Boss Talk. Yes. All right, you guys. So what is some of the branding struggles that you guys are facing in your business right now? Like what is a problem or something that has been, hard to deal with in regards to your branding within your business right now?
So
I want to learn how to create
let's see.
a
Okay.
brand or create a book. How do I
Okay.
get in touch? You can send me a DM, Kevin.
Consistency. That is a big one. That's a big one with
I don't
business.
have a niche yet. Oh, okay. Shops. What do you got? So, like, what is consistency is a big problem for a lot of people. But really, to tell you down the truth, like, what you need in order to be consistent is to, you need a clear roadmap. Like, to be honest with you, you really need to a clear roadmap because it'll be easier for you to be consistent if you know what you're doing. And a roadmap is basically like a business plan. You
Right.
need a business plan in order to be consistent. If you're where's your inconsistency lying? Is your inconsistency lying in your content? Is it lying in your overall business practices? Like, where is it lying? You get what I'm saying? Because if you have inconsistencies in your content, then you need a content calendar. The
Right.
content calendar is your roadmap to your content creation. So at the end of the day, you need structure in your business. If you're being inconsistent in your business, that's exactly what you need. Structure. A logo that goes with the name. Um, a logo that goes with the name. I mean, you could just go to like a graphic designer and have them create a logo for you, but kind of give them your brand identity and your ideas and let them know like what is your business about in the first place. And they can build you a logo that represents your brand. But
Yep.
first you need like a niche. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I'm struggling with content, you need a content calendar.
Definitely. Time
If you're
management.
struggling with content ideas, use Chat GPT.
Yes. Time management, content calendar, and schedule your time, your content to go out. If you are
I
overworking.
also need to DM you. Eden, if you're on TikTok, don't DM me. Send me an email. TikTok emails are flooded.
Yes.
Flooded. Your routine? Which routine? Fabric? I think that's your name, right? Because I think I'm saying it right, but I might not be. But which routine are you talking about? My skincare routine? No, I'm just joking. Like what routine specifically?
Hey, summer baby. Welcome, y'all. What issues are you guys having with building your businesses and branding? So we got inconsistency, we got time management. So definitely we recommend 10 out of 10 to use some content calendars. If you're struggling with content, you can definitely use ChatGPT. You can schedule your
Mm-hmm.
content to go out. Yes, you guys. Get to it. Hey
Yeah.
Billions and Boo. Welcome. I
Yeah.
know that's right. All right.
I was just adding to what you were saying about consistency. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, because you had the question mark. That's why. Um, thanks for I'm from the Bahamas and I'm really not much help here on the topic. Oh, okay. Learning the computer for making t-shirts. All right. Use Canva. Canva is great for making t-shirt designs, I would
Yes.
say. Um, I think people struggle with finding their niche. Yes, that's why in our digital product mastery class, that's one of the main things we go over is finding a niche because it's very important that you know your niche. You know, the problem with a lot of people is that they assume, they think for you. You know what I mean? They feel like, oh, no one's going to care about this niche. How do you know? You're not everybody. You. If you care about it, what make you think nobody else is going to care about it? You think you're the only person in the world that cares about that particular thing? There's people out there who love ants. Some of us might be weirded out by that.
I'm telling you, there's somebody for everybody.
You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Your routine and how you show up reflects how consistent a person in their business is. That's a fact. ASMR is a prime example. Exactly. Not everybody loves ASMR, but there's a lot of people who do. So, like your niche, whatever it is that you love, don't fear that no one else is going to care about it because that's incorrect. There's going to be a lot of people who love that niche. There's going to be a lot of people just like you who love it. There's billions of people in the world. For you to be saying like nobody's going to care, there is someone who is going to care. So, you guys, I would say like throughout this, we talked about your brand identity. We talked about your personality, putting your personality, your true story into your brand. We talked about, colors for your brand and being consistent and having that unique selling proposition. And I think that you guys that um, one thing that you guys just need to remember all the time is your brand isn't just what you sell, it's the promise and experience that you deliver every single day to your audience.
And that your uniqueness is your superpower. Do not water it down trying to fit in. Let me say that again. Your uniqueness is your superpower. Do not water it down trying to fit in. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, you guys.
I appreciate you, Leah. I found a graphic designer on Instagram, but wouldn't recommend her. She took over a month to find. Like, oh no, go to Fiverr.
Yes.
Go to Fiverr.
Yes.
Girl, I need your help so bad. I'm buying the course tomorrow. Yes, get in. The Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn.
Yes, you guys.
I
Make sure
mean,
you
the
guys
class is not the Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn. The class is the Digital Product Mastery. I'm sorry, because we on the podcast right now. That's why the class is called the Digital Product Mastery.
yes, y'all. Make sure y'all go get y'all seats in our next live class.
Mhm. All right, you guys. So that is it for today. If you guys love all of the information that you learned, drop a number 5 in the comments section down below.
Yes. Drop them number fives in the comments.
Yes. Okay now. Okay now.
Yes.
That's why I joined your class. I'm learning so much from you. Oh, I love you too.
Yes.
Yeah, one thing about it is like when it comes to just your brand and your brand identity and all of that things like that. One thing I know that I think that you guys all realize is that we love doing what we do. Like we love it. I don't know if you can tell, like I love teaching. Like I never thought I would be a teacher. Like I did not graduate high school. I got a GED, but that does not take away from my life experience, the lessons that I've learned or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very qualified. Like I don't what high school don't teach you how to master social media. High
No.
school don't teach you how to master digital marketing. It doesn't. I learned it through life experience. It's kind of like you learn not to put your hand on the stove because you got burnt.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You get
Yeah.
burnt that first time, so now you know better. I learned all of the things that I know through life experience, and I am very successful because of it. But I enjoy teaching you guys. I enjoy serving. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy seeing people reach their full potential.
Right.
And of course, I know I can't help everybody. Of course, I know everybody's not going to win. I'm not one of those coaches that got to say, I got a 99% success rate. No, that's a lie. Who got a 99% success rate? Everybody not going to put in the work. People might start, but they ain't going to finish.
Right.
There's a lot of people who are going to start, but they're not going to finish. But is it going to be because of me? No, it's not. I'm giving you the tools for success, but you have to be the ones to use it. Just because I give you the tools to build the house, don't mean the house is going to get built.
You gotta use the tools to make it happen. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. How do I join your class? How much is it? You can click the link in my bio. It's the class is $98. It's the Digital Product Mastery. Just click the link in my bio. The seats are limited, you guys. Most
Yeah.
of you guys already took my class. Y'all already know. The seats are limited.
Right.
So come, people be like, "Oh, I'm trying to get in and I can't. It's sold out." You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to wait until
The next one.
probably next month or whenever we can find the time to do it again. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
definitely go ahead and click the link and get a seat in the Digital Product Mastery. We'll love to see you guys there. If you
Yes.
have not already, please go subscribe to the Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn on YouTube, on Twitch, on all platforms, the Brooklyn Boss Talk podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Drop a comment in our go to our TikTok, Instagram, or wherever you are. Drop a comment, say, I love you guys, to let other people know what we do here so that anybody who might just be seeing my video for the first time today can join us in the podcast. Because one thing about it is I love to serve. And if you guys do things like that, guess what? You're serving because you're letting someone else know that this is a safe space for them to be able to learn how to make money online and get to the bag. Like we're not stingy over here. So
We
make
don't
sure you guys share that information.
Make sure y'all go and share that information. Drop y'all hearts down below. Grab y'all seats in the class. It's in both bios. We look forward to seeing y'all there. Episode 7 has been amazing. Thank you for checking in with the Digital Marketing Queens of Brooklyn. And we love
I
y'all.
can tell. Thank you. She said, and they be serving. I love these ladies. We love y'all too. We
Love y'all
love y'all too.
too.
I'm sick of y'all making me cry though.
Right. No, for real.
I'm sick of y'all making me cry. I'm tired of crying, but we love y'all too. Now, for those of you all who know, it's time for me to go get August. I love y'all. We out of here. Let me go get my baby girl. Bye. Go get to the
See y'all later.
gold.
Bye, y'all. See y'all. Go subscribe, you guys, on YouTube and go grab your seats in the live class. See y'all later.
Bye.